Dr. Jitendra Singh, welcome to NewsX. Thank you very much for being with us today. What for you stood out as the focus of today's Union Budget, sir?
Thank you. No, I think, Uday, if you ask me frankly, my first thought, which also gives me a tremendous amount of satisfaction and joy, because I have one of those who's been very passionately following the startup movement in this country, particularly in the context of the fact that in 2014 we were just 350 startups in India. Now we've gone up more than 1.5 lakh after Prime Minister Modi brought in the new startup policy. Today's budget gives a special focus, certain boost to startup ecosystem in a very unorthodox manner. I think there has been a tendency to take certain very bold decisions, out-of-box decisions. One of them, of course, abolishing the angel tax. Now, angel tax, as all of us know, applies to the unlisted companies when they tend to raise their capital by issuing shares to investors at a rate higher than the company's fair market value. So, having abolished that, this is going to give us overnight tremendous boost to investment in the startup sector. Secondly, there is another very innovative, very creative decision taken, which I could describe rather as a paid internship. The companies will be training these boys and girls and giving them a stipend of 5,000 rupees, and this money will not be borne by the state exchequer. This will be drawn from the CSR, the corporate social responsibility funds of the companies, and then there is also a list of companies which is planned to be upgraded as hubs. And if you see in totality the entire ecosystem of the startups, like for example the Mudra loan limit has gone up from rupees 10 lakh to 20 lakh, is also in a way going to supplement the entire system as a whole. The space, now let's not forget, the last 3 years we have had new space policy in place, before which just in about 2021 we had only one space startup. Today we have about 199 or 200, and today's budget also we have a hike of about 18% in the space sector allocations, going up to more than 13,000 crore. But what is significant is that there is 1,000 crore earmarked as venture fund for space startups, and a roadmap to increase India's space economy 5 times in the next 10 years, which in other words is also a reflection of the vision that has been envisaged for the India of 2047, when it will be the frontline nation of the world. So I think in totality that's, and of course the women participation, the women-led development, 3 lakh crore being allocated for that, is something that goes with the government's belief that in order to create that Viksit Bharat, we have to have the participation of each and every citizen of the country, regardless of the gender or whatever else. So I think this is a budget which is very optimistic, raises a lot of hopes, and is also very much reflective of the growing aspirational generation of this country.
Absolutely. Just staying with what you just said, and the sector which of course you are the minister for, and also a sector that we at NewsX cover extensively, and you do know that as well, sir, the space sector. As you were saying, of course, the space economy has taken huge strides in the last few years. We've seen that under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. And, India is truly becoming a leader in this sector as well. We've seen in the past, other countries also come to India to launch their satellites and whatnot. Are you hopeful for that continuing with this push in the years ahead as well, for innovation to continue in this sector, and also, of course, for our scientists at ISRO to continue their strides as well?
Absolutely. I would rather go to the extent of saying, I'll go one step further to say that this is going to be a quantum leap. It has happened, it's been a quantum jump in the last 3 years. As I said, from one startup in space sector, we are today 199, 200. And the gross difference has happened when the Prime Minister allowed us to take the decision of opening up the space sector to the private startups. And in just a period of 8 months, beginning from 1st April to 31st of December 2023, we had an investment of as much as 1,000 crore from the private sector.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.